today is going to be underground. So we're going to learn about things that live underneath the soil. Things like worms. And our first book, in fact, is about a worm. So I want to let you know, of course, the library's open. We wear masks when we're in here. And we do also have take and make kits. Our take and make kit this week is a straw woven bracelet. If you're younger than first grade, you might need a little bit of help with it, but it makes a really cool bracelet. So stop in and pick one up, all for free. All right, we're going to begin the way we always do with open, shut them. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. So as I said, our first book is about a worm, and it is called Carl and the Meaning of Life by Deborah Friedman. So let's figure out what the meaning of life is for a little worm. Carl was not a bird. Carl was not a bear or a beaver. Carl was an earthworm. He lived underground, moving, always moving, burrowing, tunneling, digesting dead leaves, feasting and casting, turning hard dirt into fluffy soil day after day. Why? Asked a field mouse gathering seeds. Why do you do that? Why? Carl did not know why, but now he needed to find out. So Carl stopped making fluffy soil. I'll be right back, he called to the field mouse. He spotted a rabbit. Maybe she knew. Why do I do what I do? He asked her. Oh, goodness dear, she said. I do not know. I do what I do for my babies. But Carl did not have babies. A fox appeared. Carl turned to the fox. Why do I do what I do? Asked Carl. Who do I do it for? For whom? Replied the fox. Alas, my meal awaits. I am here for the hunt. But Carl did not want to hunt. Why are you talking to a fox? Cried a squirrel. Carl was startled because the field mouse is waiting and wants to know what I am here for. The squirrel declared, I'm here to plant trees. Trees are where I sleep. But Carl could not sleep, not high in a tree, and not without an answer for the mouse. He pushed on. What? And on. Hours turned into days until the soil was no longer fluffy. The ground around Carl turned barren and dry while he continued to search. But the birds had flown off to find grasses and fluff. The bear trundled away to look for berries. Soon there was nobody to talk to. What about me? Asked Carl. The clouds were silent. So was the air. I will never find out, he sniffled. Then Carl heard his sniffle echo, followed by a squeak. I can't find any grubs, a voice cried. It was the saddest ground beetle he had ever seen. Carl peeked under a stone. No grubs. Then he poked at the dirt. It was hard, like a rock. Where was his fluffy soil? Suddenly, Carl knew what he needed to do. I'll be back, he promised. For hours into days, weeks into months, Carl munched, digested, left castings, and tunneled, and turned that hard dirt back into rich soil. You made my seeds grow, said the mouse. Clover blossomed once again, and the rabbit came back with her kits. The squirrel returned to plant new trees. The fox was lured by the hunt, all of them able to do what they do. How? Well, why not ask Carl? So that book shows us a few things. One, it shows us how important it is that we all try our hardest and do what we're best at. And, try things new too, of course, things that we're not as good at because we might get better at them. But it also shows us how even the littlest person or littlest animal is so important. So even though you might be small, you need to realize that you are very important. You're important to your parents or grandparents, to Miss Rachel at the library, to teachers, and you can make a difference in the world, even if you're little. All right, we're gonna do some songs now. And I have a new song about a worm. I'm just learning it, so I have a little cheat sheet to help me sing along. Now, I'm gonna chew, chew, chew. You can't really see it because of my mask, but at home you're gonna go, oop, let me keep it over my nose. Okay. I was sitting on a fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, wee-oo, when along came Herman the worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I ate my mother. I was sitting on a fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, wee-oo, when along came Herman the worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I ate my father. I was sitting on a fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, wee-oo, when along came Herman the worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I ate my sister. I was sitting on a fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, wee-oo, when along came Herman the worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I ate my brother. I was sitting on a fence post, chewing my bubble gum, playing with my yo-yo, wee-oo, when along came Herman the worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? I burped. It's kind of like our slippery fish song where the whale burps at the end, isn't it? All right, my friends, we're gonna pick some strawberries. So I'm gonna scooch to the edge a little bit so you can see me. I'm gonna pick some strawberries. They're low on the ground, so we're gonna pick kind of the low of the bottom of the screen. You can pick on the ground if you want. Picked a strawberry that was growing in the sun. Then I washed it and I ate it and I picked another one. All right, so strawberries are ripe right now. Later in the summer, we're going to get blackberries. So let's pick some blackberries. They grow on a bush. Picked a blackberry that was growing in the sun. Then I washed it and I ate it and I picked another one. I love berries. All right, it's time for our Days of the Week song. So we're gonna start out with Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, clap, clap, clap. Monday, Monday, tap, tap, tap. Tuesday, Tuesday, hop, hop, hop. Wednesday, Wednesday, stop, stop, stop. Thursday, Thursday, jump, jump, jump. Friday, Friday, thump, thump, thump. Saturday, Saturday, turn around. Now smile quietly and sit down. All right. Our new song today, our flannel board, is worms, of course. And we have different colored worms. One red worm lying under the sky so blue. Along comes an orange one, and then there are two. Two colorful worms squirming up a tree. Along comes a yellow one, and then there are, how many do we have? Three. Three colorful worms searching for one more. Along comes a green one, and then there are four. Four colorful worms into a puddle dive. Along comes a purple one, and then there are five. Five colorful worms squirming across some sticks. Along comes a blue one, and then there are six. So let's count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, our next book, instead of being about worms, is about slugs, which are also sometimes underground, lots of times overground too. Some Smug Slug by Pamela Duncan Edwards. Pictures by Henry Cole. One summer Sunday, while strolling on soil with its antenna signaling, a slug sensed a slope. Slowly the slug started up the steep surface, stringing behind it scribble sparkling like silk. Do you know what this animal is, my friends? It's a salamander. Oopsies. Stop! Screamed a sparrow, shattering the silence. Save him! Shrieked a spider, scurrying down its strand. Silly, sighed a swallowtail, swooshing through the spice bush. Saphead, snickered a skink as its sapphire tail swished. With a shrug of its shoulders, on the slug sauntered, with a swagger it slithered up the slant. Show off, scolded a squirrel, storing nuts for the season. So sad, squeaked a stink bug, shivering on a stem. For one single second in a sunbeam it slumbered, its sleek skin was soft like shantan. Seldom swerving or straggling, or swaying or skewing, the smug slug shambled on. Do you see some other animals in this picture that start with S? We have a skunk and two snails. Struggling up to the summit, the slimy slug smiled a self-satisfied smile. In spite of sinister signs, it showed no suspicion. Do you think it might be on? Do you have any guesses? Until something shifted and shuddered and shook. That sly, slippery slope was simply a sham. Such a shock, such a shame. Such a succulent slug. That poor slug didn't realize that he was on a toad, did he? All right, my friends, it's time for our shaker eggs. So I'm going to grab my shaker egg. I have to get it out of my bag here. See, we have Friday story time in person and we do shaker eggs. But I have to clean them after each story time. So I put them back in my bag. If you want to come to in-person story time, we meet in front of the library at 10:15 every Friday. All right. Grab your shaker eggs, maracas, scarves, pretend shaker eggs, stuffed animals, whatever you want to use, and put them up in the air. Shake your shakers in the air. Shake them here, shake them there. Shake your shakers in the air. Shake your shakers. Now reach up high, high, high. Shake them high and shake them low. Shake them, yes. Shake them, no. Shake them high and shake them low. Shake your shakers. Shake them near. Shake them near and shake them far. Drive your shaker like a car. Shake them near and shake them far. Shake your shakers. Our favorite part, we're going to go fast on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Shake them fast! And shake them slow. Shake them stop! And shake them go. Shake them fast! And shake them slow. Shake your shakers. All right, we're going to do egg shakers up. Egg shakers up. Egg shakers down. Egg shakers dancing all around. Shake it on your shoulder. Shake it on your head. Shake it on your knee. And tuck it into bed. We're going to put our shakers away. We have one more story about what happens underground. It's a whole other world under there. And we're going to explore some of it in our book, Underground, with the words and pictures by Denise Fleming. Low down, way down, underground. Let's What do we see underground there? Some carrots and worms, some grub. Creatures dig. Do you know what this is called? You might hear your parents complain about them in the yard. It's a mole. They dig tunnels underground and run around. Little ants. Past highways and byways. Squirmways and wormways. Digging furrows and burrows. Round roots and bones. Rocks and stones. Funneling, tunneling, working their way through sand and clay. Low down, way down, underground. Lots and lots of animals depend on the underground for their habitat, and our plants depend on it too. They put something down underground. It starts with an R. Can you guess? Put this book away while you think. It's a root, and the roots help them grow. They spread out underground, and they help them get nutrients or food from the soil. All right, my friends, we're at the end of story time today. Thanks for watching. I hope if you feel up to it, you might stop by the library, come and get some books or movies. You can come to Friday story time outside on the lawn. We also have take and make kits for you. We have some of the Epsom salt painting left. We have some bracelets, of course. We also have, I think, one sew your own monster kit and some of the DIY scratch art kits as well. All right, we're gonna close out the way we began with open, shut them. So wiggle your fingers and let's do it. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. I'll see you next time, friends. I'm sorry, but hopefully we can figure it out for next